When you were younger, what did success look like to you, and has that changed?
Honestly, it was just finding fulfillment.
Kind of look like maybe succeeding in sports.
For me, it was about grades and more academic.
Doing good in school, like making friends and being liked and popular.
Being able to chase the dream I had laid out for myself.
Now it just kind of means, having good quality friendships.
It's more about what am I learning out of it.
I would say still succeeding in my studies, but like on a sense that it's for my future.
I don't really care much about grades anymore.
I just say like a better quality of life.
I don't think that goal has changed, but the dream definitely has. But I'm hoping that for the future I can maintain that kind of fulfillment and make sure that I continue to chase that dream, even though, it's changed over the years.
Care about did I enjoy what I'm doing or did I learn something from it? So that's changed.
What's a failure that sticks with you, and what did you learn from it?
Wow, that's a heavy question.
I would say it's not doing well, like my senior season of baseball.
When I was interviewing for my dream job.
When I first started college, I actually started up in Boise State, way up in the north.
I didn't really get to play much, and that kind of stuck with me.
I was like, if I don't get it, my life would just be like distraught.
I had kind of made a rash decision on where I wanted to go. I made a decision based on other people, not myself.
Didn't realize earlier that baseball is the sport that I love the most, and that's what I wanted to stick with. I think I can confidently say I didn't do well in high school over baseball.
And it was distraught for a whole lot of 2 days, so not my entire life. Perspectives, right?
And I struggled a lot in school because of that.
I've always been that, if I put my mind to something, I get it, and that was the first time I didn't.
That's kind of been a stain on my record since.
That made me realize that a lot of things are not in my control.
If I found something that I do think I'll love and really want to pursue in the future, just start pursuing it and stick with it.
But that definitely taught me a lot about making decisions for yourself, making decisions for your future, not for other people, and pursuing that decision with the utmost effort that you can.
There's nothing necessarily wrong with me, it's just timing and circumstantial, so.
If you could succeed at anything right now, what would it be?
Making an impact on people.
Honestly, just whatever goal I have laid out for myself.
Right now, it would be getting into A&M.
For right now is just getting my degree.
Right now, I'm a blend student.
I've been in college since 2020.
Working on my application right now.
I finally kind of figured out what I like and what I'm passionate about.
If I can help someone lead a better life or I can help in any way, I want to be as successful as I can in that scenario of my life for sure.
So I'm hoping that I can see that through and succeed in that more than anything else, especially because I told myself this is what I wanted to do.
Succeeding at getting into A&M for this next fall would be something I'm really looking forward to.
Do you think happiness and success go hand in hand, or can they be separate?
I think they can be separate.
Separate.
I don't think you need to be successful in the traditional sense, like in your career and everything, to be happy.
I don't think that every success is going to lead to happiness, and I don't think that happiness is going to lead to success.
I think you can be happy without it.
I've heard of plenty of stories where people are some of the most successful people in the world.
I mean, there's plenty of people who didn't end up in the careers that they initially wanted to. They didn't succeed at the things they initially set out.
I have had some very terrible times in my life where everything is just failing.
But they're still not happy.
But they found their way in life and they found happiness even despite those failures.
But I was happy throughout because people around me were great.
So I feel like happiness is something that you create for yourself. You choose to be happy and find happiness in the moment, and succeed is something that comes along with being happy.
You could repurpose it and say when you've become happy, that's when you're successful.
You cannot succeed without being happy, but you can be happy without succeeding.
What advice would you give someone who is afraid of failing?
Try it.
You gotta try even despite it.
It seems kind of blunt, but I would just say don't be afraid.
There's nothing worse than sitting and looking backwards and being like, I wish I would have done it.
You can't let failure or the fear of failure or the fear of rejection hold you back.
Failure is good, and it teaches us how to improve in the future.
I kind of lived that example up. I failed really badly that first year of college, and I moved down here by myself at 19 and just made it work. Failing for me at that time looked like being homeless, failing out of college, but I did it even despite that.
You can kind of take a mindset of knowing if you failed at this thing, it wasn't meant to be for your future.
Not only am I a better person for it, but I'm so much happier that I did that rather than sticking to what I was failing at because I was complacent, because I was too scared.
Failures can teach you and also maybe repurpose you for where you're supposed to be going in life.
I mean, you can't let fear hold you back in any regard.
Certainty versus uncertainty, so just go for it. Worst case scenario, you fail, and there's always another path to go down after that.
And what was your name?
Riley.
Devna.
Connor.
It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you.